Hello.
Hello, hi Artha.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, that's great. You're able to see my screen?
Yeah.
These are the topics which I discussed during our last class.
Yeah.
So do you doubt any of the topic?
No,
Clear, right?
everything clear.
There is no confusion.
No.
Instance of operator, I think yesterday we just started with the discussion, right?
Yes.
It is used to test whether the object is an instance of a specified type of a specified type is or not. In the Java, it is known as a type comparison operator because it compares the instance with a type. So it means
Compare them.
instance. Let's say you have
Okay.
created a student S1. So
Okay.
S1 is of instance of student or employee, whatever, it's going to compare.
Okay.
For you, you know that S1. So let's say someone is given an instance. You don't know which what is the type of that instance, right? So you can compare with that the possible type that you have to know that whether it's of so and so instance, right?
Okay.
So if the comparison is going to return success, it's going to give the true value. Else it's going to give the false value.
Okay. I mean, it's going to compare the instance S1 belongs to which class?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So, so you have created S1. So if I give S1, so do you know that what is that S1? For the
Yes, student.
I
It's
told
an
you a
S.
student without
Yes.
telling. Suppose I give
So without telling, we don't know that, right?
because like
To which class it belongs to, we don't know that.
when we are working in the like huge project, there will be multiple classes, right? Someone else has passed some object to me. So I have to
Mm.
know that object, like what is the base object for that, right? What is the
Mm.
current object? Then only I can do a conversion into it. I can invoke something. I can manipulate, right?
Mm.
It's difficult to convert, right? Definitely
Mm.
I have to know the type. That's where the instance of operator is going to be useful. Okay,
Mm.
I'll show you the usage, which is very simple. We created a instance. Now I would like to
Yeah.
check whether S1 is instance of yeah.
Mm.
Plus one is instance of student,
True.
right? You want to give it the
Mm.
value. Suppose you
Mm.
so if the S1 is made it as null, in this case is going to give us a false value because S1 doesn't have any object reference to it. when there is no object, so there is no point of comparing to the corresponding entity, right? That means
Okay.
when you're comparing null with any particular object, it always gives you the false because there is no point of comparing that. If the object itself doesn't exist, right? Just a declaration, but this S1 doesn't have any reference to it, right?
Yeah.
That's where it gives you the null reference.
Okay.
But at the usage, the instance of operator is supposed to check whether it is a specified type or not.
Okay.
And java.lang package.
Mm.
Yesterday, like we have seen the object, right?
Yes, yes.
The java.lang,
Object is the class of all.
yeah, topmost class for everything. Java.lang is a package which has many classes and interface inside it. Okay. Good thing is generally any class which you are using from this package, we do not need to import into your Java program. Do you remember the import keyword? Import. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah. Do you remember the import keyword we had discussed some time back?
Yeah, suddenly I don't know. I'm not able to listen.
Okay. So now is it okay? My signal is full. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, Harita. Sometimes
Yeah, I'm not able to hear your voice. Suddenly it's
my voice,
getting off.
my signal is full. Can you check your signal? So does there any disturbance in the connectivity?
Everything is fine.
Till now it was fine, right? Suddenly it was.
Yeah, suddenly from it's 2-3 times it's happening.
You can tell us it's happening now.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Java, we have. Do you remember, right? Import keyword we have discussed sometime back, right?
Yes, import. Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
We used to import the packages like.
Yes, import the classes and the files which are there in some other package and the same package, right? So Java.lang has many classes and interface inside it. So in generally, if something is there in some package, we need to import in your class, right? Then only we can use. That's the standard. But the good thing is, if those were part of the Java.lang, you do not need to import at all. You can straight away use them as if like those were been in a package.
Okay, the class or interface we are using of the same package, no need to import.
Yes, if the class, suppose if you take any class or interface, if it is from the Java.lang means you do not need to worry about the import statement. Import will be taken care automatically. Developer do not need to write additional code to import that class.
Okay.
It has many class interfaces. For example, object. So, for example, the string. String, did we imported anything? No, right?
No.
String is from Java.lang package.
Okay, Java.lang package. Okay.
Yes, but so without importing directly, we are able to use, right?
Yes.
Object is from Java.lang package. Directly, I can declare something like this.
Okay.
I can do something like this. Okay? It's part of the Java.lang package. In case if you want to know, just click on it. It's going to java.lang.object, right?
Okay.
So let me show it from console. Java. Did we discuss Java P command?
No.
So Java P command. Okay. Java P is a command which is going to help us in displaying the properties of a particular class or interface. Java P, java.lang.string. Suppose if I give, it's going to give all the features, all the functions, variables which are defined inside that. It's kind of
so it is showing all the properties of string.
Exactly. So usually we do not remember all those things, right? So at any point of time, if you want to have this kind of a documentation, if you do not have the Google and if you want to know something at the in hand at the command prompt, directly you can say Java and the package name. It's going to give the path. The java.lang is going to string is from the java.lang. Suppose if you give wrong package, obviously it cannot give something. Java p java.lang object. Subject yesterday we discussed, right? It is having hash code method equals method, clone method.
Yes.
Right? So
Yeah.
Java p test something. So this is invalid. So just randomly I given something. So
Okay.
if it's a valid one, it's going to give you the properties of that particular class or interface. So anything which is from the java.lang package, we do not need to worry about it. It's going to be taken care automatically.
Okay.
Working with a string. We were using string from the day one, right? Means the variable we might not be using, but the string is been coded in your program, right? So when you are working with the public static void main method, means main itself is having a string variable. That's where we could see the string.
Okay, when we are working with main method?
When you are working with the Java means definitely you'll write a main method, right?
Yes.
The main method has having a variable string.
Okay, yes.
So, though we are not using string till now,
Yes.
on the day one, we could see the string is being used extensively, right? Yeah. String is provides a, generally we have a data type called char. Do you remember?
Data type, yes.
Primitive data. It is to store only single character data type.
Single character, yes.
It cannot store multiple characters.
Yes.
So if you want to play around with the multiple characters, we will be going for the string.
Okay, yes.
String is going to collect a group of characters. And the advantage here is the string class itself is given a lot of functions defined. Means when you store some value in the string, so you can compare, you can find the length, you can replace, you can cut the string, you can find a particular character. It has given a lot of functionalities inside it. So you do not need to write any logic to achieve all these things. So string itself is having a lot of functionalities. So when you store something and you invoke some functionality on top of the same string, which is defined on the string function, is going to give you the value. Generally, if you are doing manually, so developer has to write the logic, right? If you want to find but here already all those common functionalities are given on the string class itself. Anything which is additional that we might need to write, otherwise we can go straight away start using it. And it's part of the package called java.lang.
Okay.
You are not importing anything in your class.
Okay.
You can create string variables in multiple ways. I can go for something like this. So this is one variant. String as you got new string. It has a constructor which is taking character array. When I pass character array, that means HELL hello. Hello is the thing which is going to be stored in the string variable. This is another form. Another form. Directly I can store this way. This is one form. This is one form. These are the various ways you can declare a string.
Okay.
And remember that these two are using the new operator, and this one is not using the new operator. These are the primary types with new and without. Right?
Okay.
String s equal to new string and passing the value.
You're passing the value
In the character array, and the second one in the string format.
Hmm.
Both are created using a new operator.
New.
The next one, I'm not creating with a new operator, so there is a difference for it. Okay, but output
Okay.
perspective, you will not see any difference. But I'm going to show you the difference.
Okay.
Output perspective, you might not see any difference.
Okay.
There's internal difference. I will show you that. Same three variables. I'll just copy. I'll just name it S1, S2, S3 because same variable we cannot have, right?
Hmm.
So we declared S1, S2, S3 in the different ways. So I'm just checking the values. So all are giving the same value, right? So all are having the hello value. Apart from that, nothing difference, right?
Hmm. Okay. How?
Any doubts or any confusion as of now?
String S3 is equal to hello. Just it is taking S3 as a variable, right?
Yes.
For variable. For variable.
For variable, yes.
Oh, for variable S3, it is no in the program. Just I want to show you in the program.
Variable,
Here, string S3. So S3 is a variable here, right?
yes.
Okay, and S2
It's also
it's an
variable.
object. Okay, S2 is an object, right? String S2 is called a new
When
string.
I say string is an object. S1 is also object, S2 is object, S3 is object. Anything
But
here I'm doing.
without a new keyword, we can't create. We can't say that as object, right?
We can do that so that I can say S3 is also an object.
Oh, how is it possible? Up to now, we are declaring if we want to create an instance for a class, we are using that new.
But string has given us another provision. Without using new also, I can do something. So did you find any difference in that printing a value, right? All right.
No, yeah,
So
yeah.
it has taken the value, it has given something. That means S3 is also one kind of object, right? So it's created one object with S3 and we're able to get the value.
Okay, okay, okay. Only for strings it is available.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
So what difference between these two is, like I'll talk in few minutes after coming back to this point. Okay.
Okay.
So for now, just that's it. Those are the usages of the string. Okay.
Okay, working with string. Okay.
So in the string, we have like a lot of functionalities as I said, right? So we have I'll directly code the function directly. So s3 dot caret of 3. Caret is a function which is going to give you the character corresponding to the location. So S3 is a string, right? On top of
Yes.
S3, I'm just invoking the character. What is the location 3? 0, 1, 2, 3. It's
2, 3.
given the
L.
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 It's what you at any point of time, you want to know if you know the index and you want to have the particular character, the caret function is the most common used function. If you want to find the length is a direct function to know the number of characters inside that string. Okay.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm just showing the most common one. So these having a functionality so that substring so suppose I asked for from second character. So from S3, I'm asking to cut the string. And so substring 2 means from the second character, it's going to give me the characters till the end. I'll just declare
Substring.
is equal to. So I'll just comment this part. So I'll apply everything else which is suitable to. Substring of 2 means 0, 1, 2. So from L, it's going to give us the till ending location. Substring has another flavor that I can even provide the target. So from second location to fifth location, I would like to get the value.
Substring means hello. Is it considering hello as one string and world as substring?
No. Substring means I would like to cut the string from so-and-so location. When I give to 0, 1, 2. So from here, it's going to give you till the end.
Okay.
So within a mention, I would like to cut some part.
Understood.
So in this one, here I have not given end location, so it has given till the end.
Okay.
Here I have given a location, so it will give you the location. So let me run this program so we can see the output. Character at 3, so and so. The length 11 characters. Substring hello world and the substring 2, 5. So from second location to till fifth location, I have asked in the next variant, right?
Okay.
I'm checking the equal. S dot equals also. If it is equal, it's going to give true. Otherwise, it's going to give false. So here hello world, here hello. Both are is going to false, right?
Yes.
It's going to give the false value. And this has. So trim is a function space. If you have any spaces like this, left side or right side, it's going to remove all the spaces.
All the spaces trim, yes.
Yes. So here there was a space, right? That is in front of it. But here there's no place in front of it because I used a trim. So trim is going to trim all the places, the spaces on the both the sides. Extra space on the both sides. Index of W. So index is a function which is going to find the location of a particular character or string within the given string. Means in this case, W is going to be find. Means where exactly W is located. It is located in so and so location, right? So whatever is the location of this one. So it might be starts at 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. So it counts up to here. So either it might be like either 9 or roughly it might be 9.
Oh, it's counting the space also.
It will count the space.
Okay.
If I remove the spaces because now you understood the term, right? So now it's easy for us to count. It's going to give the sixth character because it's located at some location.
Yeah.
Suppose you ask for O. It is there at the fourth location, right? Index of is
in both locations, but it takes only the first one, which
first one. So the next one I'm showing. Index of is also having another variant called the from index. So I can say that. So I said like, do not start from beginning, search from here, from fifth character. So from here, occurrence is this one, right?
Yes.
So like that I can mention the occurrences based on my control.
Okay.
Uppercase thing, I do not need to explain that.
Yeah, capital letters too.
So if I want to convert everything into caps asthma, so we can convert using. Okay. These are the most common functions. Okay. Clear?
Clear.
Now you got some idea about the string, what is string and all those things?
Yes.
Okay, now first I'll come back to this point. Later I'll explain about the StringBuffer. I'm telling the difference between the new and the without new, right?
Yeah. New and without new, yeah. Creating instance.
I'll comment this part. Now we are clear with that part, right? Now I'll just move it to it and comment that. The same program I'm doing everything instead of paper. Now I'm coming back with the old functionality. Right? So now S1, S2, S3 are having both the value. So now we know equals method, right? Equals is going to compare. So I'll just compare. S2 dot what I did here, I just comparing S2 with 3, right? Instead of string, I'm just given a variable, right? And this one, here also I'm doing the same thing. S2 double equal to S3. Double equal to means comparison, right? In general. So any guesses like what we are going to get the output here and here?
So S2 is holding hello and S3 is also holding hello.
Okay.
So true, we get true.
Okay, true here. Next.
Oh, next one is also true. S2 double equal to S3.
Okay, yeah, sure. Anything you observe?
Oh,
False.
yeah, false.
That's where the discussion comes. So when you compare equals method, equals applying equals is called the deep comparison. Applying double equal to is called shallow comparison.
Okay.
Okay. When I say deep comparison, it's going to compare the values. Okay. Hello and hello. One second. I'll just off
Okay.
the TV. Sorry.
That's okay.
Deep comparison, shallow comparison. So when I say deep comparison, it's going to compare the values. So we know that both are having hello and hello, right?
Yes, yes.
So obviously values are true, that we know. So it has given true. But when I say shallow comparison, it's not going to worry about the values. It's going to worry about the memory locations. Means are they both are pointing to the same memory location or not? If so, it's going to give you true. If they're not pointing to same memory location, it's going to give the false value.
I mean, if we are using the double equal to operator, so it is going to compare the memory locations.
Yes.
Values.
With objects, not with respect to integers. Integers and all those things are values.
Yes, yes. So as these are objects.
Do not mess up with that thing. So with
Okay.
objects, with respect to objects means it's going to compare with the memory location, like if they are pointing to same location or not. S2 created the new string, so it has given some memory location. S3 had given something, so it has given new memory location, some memory location, and both are pointing to different memory location. That's why we got the false. Okay. Now let me create. S4. So S3 and S4 I'm trying to compare. So I know that if I do a deep comparison, it's going to give the true value, right? So hence I'm not going for come deep. I'm just doing a shallow comparison. What is the value here? S3 and S4.
Uh,
I'm just doing
S3
shallow
hello,
comparison.
hello, again hello, but it give false.
False value.
And yeah, false value. Yeah, how
Okay.
it S3 is hello, S3 is located to one memory location and S4 object it is those these both are different objects, right? S3 and S4.
Both are same objects. Now let me tell you. So when you say new,
Mm,
generally,
mm,
irrespective of the value, it's going to give you the new memory location.
okay.
So that's the difference of new. When you are not using a new, what happens? When you're just giving the value, it checks in the string pool that does there any object with this value. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
If it's the first object, it will create a new object. So in
Mm,
this case, it has created new object. When S4 I'm trying to create with the same value, it
mm,
checks that does any guy is having the same with this value. It finds that S3 is having the same value.
mm.
Immediately, this also points to same memory location. That means it will not create a new object. It will just point to the same object which is there in the memory.
Okay.
Got it? So hence you get the same memory location when S3 and S4. That's where you could see the true. But in this case, S2 is I have explicitly used a new.
Yes,
Irrespective
yes.
of the value, so I want a new room for me separately. So it has given me a new room. But in this
Mm.
case, I do not have any preferences that whether if we have the room, just give me. Otherwise, if you have the existing room, just I'll point to the same room. That's what
Mm.
in this case.
Mm.
Clear? That's where
Mm.
deep comparison, shallow comparison, the most common interview question. People used to
Okay.
confuse with this. This just with this simple example, people used to confuse if they are not clear what's happening. If they are
Okay.
clear, then it's very easy.
Deep comparison means the inbuilt methods you are using. I mean,
Deep comparison.
predefined.
Yeah,
So
no,
deep comparison we are using equals means those are predefined methods. Just now you told in strings.
exactly. But the general terms, what you have to talk in the interview, deep comparison means we are focusing on the values. It compares with respect to values. When
Oh,
it's
it is okay. Okay. Yes, it's
so you should not say that the equals method you are calling. So that's not the correct way. Like
okay. Got it. Just now you
ultimately,
also explained.
yeah, ultimately it's calling equals. But the way we need to tell is it's focusing on it's comparing the values against to those two objects.
Values. Okay. Shallow comparison means it is comparing the memory location values.
Exactly, memory location whether they're pointing to the same memory location or not.
Okay.
Okay,
Hmm.
depends shallow here clear now.
Hmm. Yeah.
Same
Clear.
rule applicable for all the objects.
Okay.
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 If it is a regular data type, the int and all those things, then double equality is like it's a regular value comparison.
Hmm.
But objects only, it clear now?
Hmm. Clear.
The string buffer. Just in the string, right? In the same way, string buffer is also one more memory location. So one more kind of a string operation, which is used for manipulating the string. It's
Hmm.
kind of a special type of a string class that
Hmm.
occupies the additional bytes above the string length to accommodate the string operation. So with respect to string, if you perform like string is like performance wise bit slow and string buffer is performance wise bit faster. That
Hmm.
I'll explain here. So there is one more concept linking to string and string buffer. So right now,
Hmm.
just focus that string buffer is also one more kind of a string operation where we can perform. The performance is it's bit better than the string buffer. Sorry, string. Okay.
Oh, its string buffer performance is better than
That
string.
exactly. So
Hmm.
it's having the some of the functionalities like string, but it do not have all the methods that are given in the string. But it's
Hmm.
having its own functionalities. I guess if you want to convert if you want to apply the same functions of on the string buffer, you need to convert it to string. Okay,
Hmm.
then you can
Hmm.
achieve all the string functions whatever we did here.
Hmm.
I'll show you this. So this is also part of the java.lang package. That's where like it's not asking us to import. Just want to double check, just click on it to show you the java.lang.StringBuffer. So it's not required to import. So StringBuffer has either you can without value you can create object or with value you can create object. Okay. It has some functions called the StringBuffer. You can append something. You have given a direct method called append. There in the string you do not have a append function. Directly you have to say plus symbol. Means suppose S3 and S4 I would like to club. So I have to say S3 plus S4. It's going to concatenate.
Concatenate, okay.
In the strings. Hello, right? But in the string buffer, so they have given a separate function called append.
Okay.
So when I say here, if I give LP1,
Two.
first one is empty. So hello, so hello world, right? It has appended the world to the SB2 location, whatever the SB2 which is having the memory.
Understood.
So if you want to know the length, as usual, length you can find, and here we have given a SB2 dot reverse. We do not have the reverse function there. You can revert completely here. Right? So usually if you are from C and C++ background, you need to do a manual logic to convert everything from right to left for storing in a separate string. You need to write some loop logic, 5 to 10 lines of code to reverse.
Yes. To reverse a string or anything, we used to write a lot of logic.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Here
we used to take some temp values.
Yes, here they're directly given a method which is going to help us in converting whatever the string value it converts into it.
No.
Okay, this is how the string buffer is going to be used. Okay. Now we come back to the common point: mutable and immutable. String comes under a mutable. String buffer comes under. First of all, let me tell you what is mutable. Mutable means it allows me to change the value.
It will allows us to change the value. Okay.
1 second. Type error. Mutable means it will allow you to change the value.
Okay.
Means it will not allow you to change the value. That's where the when I say my variable is immutable means it will not allow me to change the value. Okay, string comes under as immutable section, whereas string buffer comes under as immutable section. Then you should get it out that you're saying string is immutable, but I'm going to change the value, right? So that's where the point is. Like, let's go to the string program. So there is, I'll just comment these parts. This one next to S3. So S3 equal to, I'm doing just now I said like I cannot change the value, but still I'm able to modify the value, right?
Yes.
I said immutable means we cannot change the value.
Change the value, but you're able to.
I just modified something, and the most common interview question with the mutable and immutability. So with respect to string, when you perform some operation on the string variable, so any operation, like whether you're changing the value, you're assigning something else, you're manipulating with the string, anything, any operation that you're performing with a string, it is not going to modify the object which is there in the memory. it is going to create a fresh object which is transparent to the user. Let's say
Okay.
here S3 is have the memory location as
Hello. Okay.
memory location. Just an example.
Okay. Memory location. Okay.
Okay. When I perform this, it will give something else because you are performing some operation. So when you do something on the variable, it checks for this value in the memory. If it's not there, it is going to create a new memory location, and that memory location is going to point to S3. So what will happen to this thing? These things will be still in the memory without being pointing to S3.
I didn't get you. I mean, first it is going to check the value, and then it is assigning the memory location, right?
Yes.
I mean, usually for S3 is holding hello,
Yes.
a hello value, and next again S3 is holding how are you. So depending on the value, just it change the memory location, assign new memory location.
Yes, there was there one. Just let me re-clarify. So whenever you perform anything on the string, it will not give the same memory location. Every time it's going to create a new memory location.
Okay,
Okay.
but how it
That means it
knows?
will not store the values in the existing memory location. Instead, it will use the fresh memory location. That means when it's a fresh memory location, it's a fresh object, right?
Okay,
Fresh
but
object.
but we are not doing any operation on this S3, right?
So I'm changing the value.
Oh, that's what I'm asking. If we are changing the value means it is assigning new memory location.
Anything you're performing on the object means which affects the value. Which
Okay.
affects the value. It can be like concatenation, it can be substring, it can be assigning new value, it can be anything which affects the value, any operation on any string variable which is affecting the value. So whatever is the outcome value, with that value it checks in the memory. Okay. Does
Okay.
there any value which is having this reference? If so, that reference is going to be given. If not, it's going to give
Mm,
the new object.
mm,
Ultimately, the old object which is pointing to S3, that is 10x, is a memory location. It's going to be still in the memory, which is going to be
mm,
not used, which is going to
mm.
be taken care by the garbage collector later as part of the
Okay.
interaction process. That
Mm.
means if you do some manipulation from visibility point of view, you are thinking that you are changing the value, but internally it's not changing that value. It is creating a new object with the value, and that object reference is going to be stored in your variable, that is S3.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
Clear or any confusion?
Mm.
Means like let's say you are having something with you, some value. So next
Okay.
when I am giving some other value, so you are still having that value in the memory, and you are taking the value with the whatever the value which I am giving to you. So the old value which is with you still is there in the memory. Right now you are not nowhere concerned with that value. You are concerned with the value which I am giving.
Okay. So I'm having an object with a value. So just I want to change my object value.
Yes,
Then when it changes my object value, the new value comes into the picture, and so it assigns a new memory location.
exactly.
Okay.
So
Okay.
string is immutable means we cannot change the value. Then we might get it out that we are changing the value, right? But actually,
Mm.
internally speaking, we are not actually changing the same memory location. That's where like we are saying that we cannot change the value. So instead, whenever you try to change the value, it gives you a new object, and that object you are giving. So that means you are not changing the existing value. You are just leaving the existing guy and coming up with a new guy.
Okay.
Got it?
But once you are assigning the new value, it overwrites the hello, and it takes. We can't see the hello, right? It overwrites that value,
No, no.
old value.
Hello is in one room. How are
Okay.
you? It is in some other room.
Okay, it's assigning different memory location.
That's
Okay.
what
Okay.
here we are talking about memory location.
Okay.
Hello guy is nowhere, nobody is take care now. It's in
Mm.
the memory. Garbage collector is going to take care if the memory is running low.
Mm.
Nobody is going to concern about hello because we are leaving
Yeah.
that guy. So
Understood.
hello world, hello what is the new guy in the memory location. that is the memory location that is been assigned to you. No, because it's in the assigned to you, now it's your point of contact for S3.
Okay, string is immutable means we can't change,
The
but
value.
here, as of now, we are not changing, but we are assigning a new value.
So even if you change the value also, S3
Okay.
is equal to. So do you think this changing the value? S3 equal to S3 plus something I'm doing.
So you're adding a value, okay.
So any operation that you are performing on that variable, it's going to come up with a new object, and that object is going to be address of that object is going to be stored to S3. Whatever the address which you are having earlier, it's going to be we are removing that link.
Okay,
The object is still idle in the memory.
understood, understood.
Got it? Okay. So just a confusing question they here ask you. So they'll ask you that we said we cannot change the value. So but if they try to change the value, then they'll ask you to configure itself like. Then we can clearly say that though we are changing the value, but internally it's not changing the. So when I change the value, when I'm modifying the value, it's not reflecting the existing memory location. Instead, it's
Okay.
coming up with a new location. So then where is the point of changing? Here we are not changing. We are coming with a new thing, right? That's where you
So
can give the
even
answer.
though we are modifying the string value, it's not affecting the old one. It's
I said general word, right? Any operation that you are performing on the string which affects the value.
okay, whether we are adding or we are creating a new one, it's not at all okay, affecting that one.
You're doing substring, you're doing string, you're doing anything on the string operation that is going to affect some value. It will come up with a new memory location. That means any operation you do, it gives a new object.
Okay.
So unnecessarily when you do a looping, so when you're doing a looping again and again, a lot of times people used to do the string inside loops. So
Hmm.
if you're repeating a loop for 1,000 times, so 1,000 objects are going to be created in the memory.
Hmm.
So too much performance effect, right?
Okay.
So
Hmm.
that's where like we go for the string buffer.
Hmm.
String buffer is mutable, means anything you perform, it's not going to give you the new object. It will just
Hmm.
modify the value which is there in the object. Here,
Hmm.
SB2, one object, right? SB2 to depend on it. Here, it's not going to give you the new object. It will modify the
Hmm.
existing object.
Hmm.
There is no point of creating new object at all for any operation.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
So performance is in my loop from I'm repeating 1,000 times loop and I'm appending. So it just keeps on adding the value to SB2. But in this case, if I'm doing the same statement in 1,000 times, it creates 1,000 objects. See the impact. 1,000 objects are created in the memory. Yeah.
Hmm.
Irrespective of the loop, it's just whatever the object is there, it just add the value to the memory.
Hmm.
1,000 objects you are wasting, right? Here.
Yes.
What the difference?
Yes, understood.
Any confusion or anything?
And now.
So mostly in the interview questions also comes from here. String basic interview question is string and string buffer difference. The people used to say that one is immutable and the other one is mutable. And
Yes.
this is one of the possible interview question. And they might ask you, they might write a few lines of code and just to confuse us by changing the values by manipulating the content.
Once
Nothing
they
else?
ask the difference between string and string buffer, we do say that it is mutable and immutable, right?
Yes, yes. String is
Then they will
immutable.
ask what is immutable and what is mutable.
Yes. So all are linking questions. Based on the
Yeah.
confidence, based on the comfort, they might ask you, they might shoot in the next question. If otherwise, they might go to the next topic. But these are common interview questions.
Okay.
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 Now, if you are clear, then obviously we
Yep.
can answer it.
I'm clear.
Okay. Any doubts on the topics like whatever we discussed today? Clear.
It's clear.
Okay.
Clear.
Okay, Harita, and we will continue tomorrow with next topics. Hello?
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
Srinivas.
Okay, okay, thank you. Bye. Good night.
Good night. Mm.